everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is officially the first day of fall. I hope you guys enjoyed your summer. I'm so excited for fall. I love doing fall looks, the way how everyone dresses, especially in the Bay Area. I mean, it's pretty typical that everyone's always in scarves and like boots, but fall is just my favorite time of the year. Coffee flavors at Starbucks. I mean, everything is just so warm, and like the autumn leaves and just the colors of the season is just my total favorite. I did post an intro to fall makeup look video, so if you guys are interested, I'll link that below for you guys to check out. Today's video, I am going to be doing the demo review on this foundation here. I was in the market of searching for a new water-based foundation, and I came across this guy. I do have a few others that I've had in the past, so I wanted to see what else is out there, and I found this guy. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'll put the link right here for you. This would mean the world to me if you guys can support my channel. Anyways, if you guys are interested on this demo and review on this foundation, please keep on watching. So today in this video, I'm going to be doing a demo and review on this guy here. This here is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is a really popular foundation that a lot of people go to Sephora to buy. I personally never tried this. However, I was a little bit interested because it is also a water base along with a lot of my other foundations. However, when I swatched this, I just felt like it was a little bit more on the watery side of it, so it was really thin. So I feel like maybe you may not be able to get a lot of coverage. Maybe this is good for someone who has really great skin, and as you can clearly see, I have a little bit more on the problem skin area, need a lot of color correction. So we'll see how this goes. This foundation here comes in 24 different shades. This one does not have the sunscreen. However, this makeup line does have other foundations, I think, available on their website that has the foundation with the sunscreen. Sephora stores do not carry the one with sunscreen. However, you might want to check their website. I'll go ahead and link everything down below in the info box. This foundation got a 4.7 stars on their website, so it seems like a really good foundation. A lot of people like it according to the reviews, so let's try this out. This values at $64, and it also comes in 24 different shades. This is a great Luxe brand with their color ranges, because not too many of the Luxe brands have ranges that goes pretty deep or has a lot of yellow or cools or warms or even neutrals mixed together. However, this line does have a good range of colors. Descriptions of this foundation is reveal your inner light. The Luminous foundation glides on weightlessly for a flawless lit from within glow. Using exclusive microfill technology to sculpt and brighten buildable medium coverage foundation, improves textures and blurs out the imperfection. Comes in 24 shades to match every unique skin tone. Apply this foundation on. They do recommend using their blending brush. However, I don't have it. I'm just going to use a regular blending buffing brush that I use all the time for all my foundations, which will be totally fine. And this one is in style Best Beauty by award-winning for Best Liquid Foundation for the 13th year in a row. That's pretty amazing. Since I don't have that blending brush, I will pair this with one of my existing Armani products, which is the Luminous Silk Compact Foundation. This foundation really does give a soft, silky finish, so I can imagine how much more it will look and feel with the foundation. I also do have their color correction, which is this number 2, I believe. It's just one of their Mastro's color correction, and it is a salmon yellow undertone, which would be great for any blues or any redness around the skin. However, I'm going to apply on the foundation first just to see how much coverage I can get. So let's go ahead and just open up this guy. So the box looks like this. It's a typical 1 ounce foundation. Nice and sleek, black package. I guess it does come with like a little instruction of how to apply it on and what you can use with it, and just a little bit about the company. The package looks like this. It's a nice glass bottle, plastic lid. I mean, it's pretty similar packaging to all other makeup lines. Some are in plastic, some of them in glass. I do like the glass, and of course, I do love the pump applicator. So I'm just gonna swatch this on my hand just so you can see the texture of this. This one here is in the shade 5.75. So, you see how watery that is? It's not running quite yet, but as you can see, the application was really smooth. It's really light. pump goes clearly a long way, as you can see. So I'm just gonna blend this out so you can see the coverage of this. It's pretty good, right? I know my hands are different colors than my face. It's a little bit darker, so it does look a little bit lighter on my hands. And what I like about this is that it is a water-based foundation where there is no oils or any silicone. Again, this one does not contain any sunscreen, which is totally fine because I can always apply on other moisturizers before applying the foundation that does have sunscreen coverage. However, if you're going out at night, you're taking photos, you might want to avoid the SPF because a lot of times the SPF may have some type of mica or brightening additives that kind of give light or flashbacks. So if you want to avoid that, then maybe try a foundation without any sunscreen. So I'm just going to compare this with other foundations that I currently have. I do have these two. One here is the Givenchy. This is the Photo Perfection. The second guy here is the Too Faced Born This Way. If you guys haven't seen my demo and review on this guy, I'll go ahead and put that link down below. So these two are other types of foundations that I love to wear. They both are water-based, again, no oils, no silicone. Something that I truly love about these two foundations, not just because they're glass packaging and they are pump applicators, but they do contain hyaluronic acid in it, which gives you that extra hydration if needed, which is the vitamin E. So not necessarily saying like, okay, I'm super dry, I'm gonna put on this foundation, it's gonna help me. It's just gonna help balance the skin, whereas maybe you might have some dry patches on the face or just problem areas. This will kind of just retain the moisture back into skin, balancing it so it doesn't look so dry. But still put on a good moisturizer or cream, whatever of your choice, underneath so that way the application is nice and smooth. So this one does have a sunscreen, which is SPF 20, which is a really low SPF, and I believe this is a broad spectrum, so it doesn't give quite of a flashback. And this one does not have any sunscreen at all. This one here is infused with alpine rose, so it kind of helps, gives you a brightening look. Not necessarily super white, but it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of refreshes your skin a little bit, which I really like. Anyways, I'll go ahead and link that below once again so you guys can check out that video. These two are my favorite water-based foundations, and now we're gonna try this one out. These two foundations compared to this is definitely more thicker, and I'm gonna show you. So the first one is the Givenchy. This one is in the shade 7, in case if you guys are wondering. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply on a little bit, and you see how much thicker that is? I feel like this one gets a lot more coverage, but it's not as tacky. Once you blend it out, it's like super, super soft. You can clearly see this color's a little bit better for me. It's more in the yellow, whereas this one has a little bit more pink. So you can see the coverage there between those two. This one clearly does give a little bit of a sheen. Born This Way here is also another water-based like I mentioned, but this one here has a thicker type of texture. So I just feel like the thicker the foundation is, a little bit more of a coverage I can get. But we will test that out right now. And this is the color of the Born This Way. It smells really good. You see that the Born This Way and the Givenchy is more of a yellow undertone for me, and you can see that this one has more of a neutral, which is a little bit more of the pink and yellows. So hopefully this matches my complexion. So before proceeding on with the demonstration, as you guys can see that I have more problem skin on this side of my face. I do have a lot more broken capillaries here. I have a lot of dark circles. So we're just gonna apply on the foundation and just see how much coverage I can get with one application. Okay, so I'm going to use this one again. I'm in shade 5.75. I'm just going to use a Sephora buffing brush here. This one here is the Pro Full Coverage Airbrush in number 53. So I'm just going to apply this on the brush. Still going to do my 5-point method. And I'm just going to begin on this side of the face. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize how good this foundation is. It's still a little wet. It just looks like skin finish. This is actually pretty good coverage for one pump. So I'm just gonna finish the other side of the face. Oops, I'm gonna have to add a little bit more just because it absorbed into the brush a little bit. So you can definitely see my problem area around my cheeks. It's not as red. Under my eyes it's not as blue. However, I'm going to be using this just a little bit so I can get a little bit of coverage and look a little bit more even. I'm gonna use my Sigma Precision Tapered brush in P86. And I don't really want to cover too much of the foundation. I just really want to focus in the area just to make sure I have a nice even look. Because I feel like around the cheek area, it covered it pretty good. And again, I don't want it too thick or heavy because it just makes me look like I'm wearing a lot more makeup than I am. Because normally one pump of foundation is good enough for me. Because I still want my face to feel nice and airy and light. Okay, so I think the coverage is pretty good in my opinion. Hopefully on film it looks good. But I am going to be topping this off with my compact just because I want to set this liquid foundation and I want to see how much more coverage I can build with this. So I'm just going to take my powder brush from It Cosmetics. I'm just going to apply a little bit of that powder. Start under the eyes first. Bring it down. So I'm going to finish the rest of my face and I'll do a final thought. So this is the final look after applying on the powder, and I put a little color back into my face and it just looks really fresh looking. I wish you guys can feel how soft this is. I mean, it is pretty soft. I don't feel like it's gonna transfer on, but I just felt like it just really absorbed into my skin. So I definitely do like this. I mean, again, in the beginning, I was a little skeptical because it just felt so thin and watery that I felt like it wasn't gonna give me a lot of coverage, and I was afraid that I would have to pack on a lot of concealer. But trying this out, I really do like it. It has a really light, silky formulation and finish. And even if I did put a little bit of color corrector, it was so lightweight that I don't feel like it's building or creasing up around the eyes. But it really did cover up most of my redness here. I mean, this is a really good photo finish look that I was actually going for. So I hope you guys enjoy this review and demo. I highly recommend you guys going to Sephora, maybe get a sample if you guys don't feel like you want to splurge on this, but it really is a good type of foundation for special events or even if you want to feel silky. I mean, this is a really good foundation if you guys are planning to go somewhere or take pictures. I really do highly recommend it. So again, this is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I do recommend you guys giving this a try. I know it's a little bit on the pricier side, so maybe if you guys go to your makeup counters or your local Sephora's and just get a sample of it, you guys may like this. Again, I do admit in the beginning I was like, oh no, this is not a good foundation, yeah. Actually swatching on my hand was totally different than actually applying it onto my face. So as you can see, it does give you a nice finish. You may want to build it with more concealer or another layer of foundation if you guys do like those heavier or more full coverage. I am actually okay with one pump and a little bit of their concealer. Thanks for watching this demo and review, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!